JJ the CPA, for those of you that are self-employed, which means you're filing a Schedule C and you got your PPP based on line 31, your forgiveness is automatic from the standpoint of taking that same line 31 divided by 52 times 8. That's your automatic forgiveness. It's just under 75%. The rest can be used for the other qualified expenses. You can find that on my website, PPP forgiveness page. And then for those that are self-employed, these new things that I've been talking about and that you'll be hearing this week, and it's related to reevaluating if you had the liquidity or the availability of other loans in determining if you should keep your PPP. I don't believe, and you have to remember I'm not your advisor, but I don't believe that it applies to the self-employed. What is self-employed? Someone who files a Schedule C. And regardless of how you're set up, right? So whether you're an independent contractor, you're a sole proprietor, you're a single member LLC that files a Schedule C. If you file Schedule C, okay, and you got the loan based on 31, line 31, I don't think these new provisions apply to you where the SBA is saying reevaluate your liquidity, reevaluate if you could go borrow money from somewhere else, because you are not separate from your business from these standpoints, okay? You file a Schedule C, it's on your individual tax return. So I'm not saying that you don't have a real business or that your business is not a separate activity, but I'm telling you as it relates to this, which I think is good news for you, as it relates to this, you are not separate from your business. And so when you read any of these provisions, it's talking about the business, the business, the business, the business liquidity, the business availability of debt, available to get debt. This doesn't apply to you, okay? It just doesn't. So if you've got that PPP based on line 31, I just don't think you have any concerns as it relates to these related, the latest SBA that's come out here talking about the reevaluation. And then just while I have you, if you're self-employed, you'll have to draw your own conclusion, just separate on the PUA. When you read the PPP CARES Act, it says, you're taking this and you're not taking any other relief that does the same thing. And so you'll just have to make your own decision. But it does seem like you definitely could get PUA up until the date you get PPP, and then you get PPP. And then when you feel like you've exhausted out the PPP, which if you're just going strict, it's 8 weeks, right? And then you can get PUA after that. One other thing is that if you're self-employed and you got the EIDL, just use it for other purposes. The EIDL doesn't have an effect on PUA or PPP, as I understand it, as long as you're using the EIDL for other things besides what you would be using to pay yourself, right? So if you're using EIDL for business expenses for the business, not self-employed taxes, not your tax estimates, not for your personal expenses, but if you're using the EIDL advance for your business expenses, then you're good to go. You use the PUA and PPP at different times, you get the EIDL, you're good. Don't think you need to return it related to these latest SBA aspects. I don't think you need to return your PPP. So hopefully that helps on the self-employed. You all have a great week. I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 p.m. Daylight Time. Be sure to check out my other playlists. I've got a ton of playlists that don't have anything to do with PPP. Real positive, fun stuff, reality show, numbers that don't have anything to do with PPP, tax secrets, so-called, stuff about tax strategies and small business strategies and insurance, all kinds of good stuff. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you've subscribed. Thanks so much. JJ the CPA out.